Pennsylvania is known as the Keystone State for its role in building the foundations of the United States of America. Tourists will find an abundance of historic landmarks and attractions, from the Liberty Bell in Philadelphia to the Valley Forge and Gettysburg battle sites. It is also known as the Quaker State for the religion of the state's namesake, William Penn. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the top 10 rated tourist attractions in Pennsylvania. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more awesome travel guides, and make sure you hit the notification bell so that you know when we publish a new video. So now let's cut to the chase. At 10, Eastern State Penitentiary. The Eastern State Penitentiary is an eerie mashup of the old and new, with industrial watchtowers looming over stone buildings that look more like a medieval fortress than a prison. The stories and legends that surround this massive facility are as impressive as the building itself, which remains largely unchanged since it closed in 1971. The facility was built in 1829 with arched ceilings and long corridors that make it particularly interesting for photography. Once one of the leading high-tech prisons in the United States, Eastern State Penitentiary housed such infamous inmates as Al Capone and Willie Sutton. One of the most popular parts of the tour is Al Capone's cell, which is shown with the lavish furnishings that Capone managed to have while in prison. The Penitentiary Museum's central exhibit takes a look at the present statistics regarding prisons in the United States and the conditions within. In addition, exhibits explore changes in policy and law and the negative effects this has had on specific groups and communities, especially minorities and non-whites. Audio and guide-led tours are available, as well as hands-on interactive tours that allow visitors a more in-depth exploration. At 9, Carnegie Museum of Natural History. Founded in 1896 by Andrew Carnegie, this is one of Pittsburgh's top tourist attractions and one of the best natural history museums in the United States. The museum is best known for its dinosaur and paleontology exhibits, and the on-site Paleo Lab gives visitors the opportunity to watch staff scientists work with new specimens as they prepare them to be displayed. The majority of examples within the Dinosaurs in Their Time exhibit are genuine dinosaur skeletons and fossils, including one of the first Tyrannosaurus rex skeletons discovered. The exhibit features many of the fossils in their authentic Mesozoic era settings. The Cretaceous Seaway exhibit dovetails with this to explore the same era's underwater species, focusing on North America's West Interior Seaway as it looked 80 million years ago. There are fossils from the Cenozoic era and Ice Age in the Age of Mammals exhibit, and there are several other exhibits that focus on present-day wildlife. These include exhibits about North American wildlife, African wildlife, birds, amphibians, and reptiles. Visitors interested in the museum's process can also learn all about how curators create the dioramas that bring the natural world to life. For younger visitors, Discovery Base Camp is the place to get hands-on with specimens and learn more about the natural world with interactive exhibits. At 8, Phipps Conservatory. This enormous complex sits in Pittsburgh's Hershey Park, where its botanical gardens and facilities cover 15 acres. Donated to the city in 1893, the conservatory has grown to include 23 gardens in addition to the massive 14-room glasshouse, which is home to impressive collections of bonsai and orchids. The glasshouse also has several other permanent environments, including the desert room, which features cacti, and the tropical forest conservatory. Other exhibits change throughout the year, with seasonal flower shows and events. Outdoors, visitors will find traditional flower gardens as well as unique ones like the aquatic gardens. The conservatory complex also includes the Center for Sustainable Landscapes, which is considered to be one of the greenest buildings in the world. The center hosts educational programs and is responsible for maintaining green practices throughout the gardens and facilities. Next up at 7, Reading Terminal Market. Named a National Historic Landmark in 1995, the Reading Terminal Market has been a Philadelphia institution since its opening in 1893. Before the Reading Railroad Company built its new station and the market area beneath it, farmers and fishermen sold their goods in an open-air market close to the railway hub. Today it's frequented by locals and tourists alike, still providing fresh local goods to Philadelphia's families and restaurants. Nearly all of the market's vendors are small local businesses, including those selling farm-fresh local produce, butchers selling free-range meats, and numerous food artisans offering canned preserves, baked goods, ice cream, and even Pennsylvania Dutch candy. Keeping with the theme, visitors will also find plenty of cookbooks, unique kitchen supplies, and other foodie favourites to make the experience complete. The market also has more than just food. There are numerous artisan shops that feature a range of one-of-a-kind treasures, including handcrafted jewellery, clothing, handmade traditional crafts, and gifts. The market is open 7 days a week, but visitors should note that the Pennsylvania Dutch vendors are closed on Sundays. Next up at 6, Fallingwater. Fallingwater is one of the most famous of the buildings designed by Frank Lloyd Wright, known for its organic architecture that simultaneously harmonizes and contrasts with the natural world around it. In addition to the magnificent architecture, the collections of the home's former residents, the Kaufman family, are a main attraction. Located just 43 miles southeast of the city, Fallingwater is a popular day trip from Pittsburgh. Sculptures large and small adorn the property inside and out, including pieces ranging from Mexican folk art to the works of prominent Cubist sculptors. Some of the most impressive pieces include a cast-iron Buddha head, an Austrian Bohemian Madonna crafted in 1420, and an 8th century sculpture of the Hindu fertility goddess Parvati. The home is furnished with an eclectic collection that ranges from folk craft to designer chairs. There is also an impressive international art collection that includes works by Picasso and Diego Rivera. The interior of the home can be seen by a guided tour, and there is a cafe and gift shop on the property. At 5, Philadelphia Museum of Art. The Philadelphia Museum of Art houses one of America's largest collections of art and is also an iconic building in the city. The museum's front steps were featured in all of the Rocky movies, and from the top of these steps is a grand view down Benjamin Franklin Parkway to the landmark tower of City Hall. Inside the museum's permanent collections include a wide range of art, including an extensive European collection featuring works by Rembrandt, Cézanne, Matisse, Monet, Picasso, Renoir, Chagall, and Manet. Other galleries include those dedicated to textiles and fashion, American colonial furniture, and an outdoor sculpture garden. At 4, Presque State Park. One of the top parks in Pennsylvania, Presque State Park sits on a peninsula that curves out into Lake Erie, creating Presque Isle Bay, an important shipping and transport center. The park is open daily year-round and has plenty to offer, including 11 miles of beach and several hiking trails. As well as swimmers and sunbathers, many visitors come here to collect colourful sea glass that has washed ashore. Kite flyers also love the open space and lake winds, and Sunset Point is a favourite spot. The park also hosts seasonal events and summer concerts that are free and open to the public. At the entrance of the park, the Tom Ridge Environmental Center houses exhibits about the local history and ecosystems. The center also facilitates activities and has a 75-foot observation tower from which you can admire the surrounding park and lake. There are also amazing views of the lake from atop the lighthouse on Presque Isle, which can be visited by guided tour, as well as the lesser-known lighthouse on North Pier. At 3, Gettysburg National Military Park. The Gettysburg National Military Park in Gettysburg is the site of Gettysburg Battlefield, where in 1863 this Civil War battle was responsible for 51,000 casualties over a 3-day period. Hundreds of markers and monuments now grace the park. Key highlights are Seminary Ridge, which was the primary Confederate position west of Gettysburg for days 2 and 3 of the battles. Cemetery Ridge, the site of Union lines for the final 2 days of battle, and Oak Ridge, the site of the opening day battle of the Civil War. The Park Museum and Visitor Center has several exhibits, including the Rosenstiel Collection, which is one of the largest collections of Civil War uniforms, weapons, and personal items in the United States. The park also hosts living history programs and reenactments and has extensive horseback riding trails. At 2, Hershey Park. Families will enjoy an outing to this famous amusement park in Hershey, a town also closely associated with chocolate. Hershey Park is the town's main attraction, with 90 acres of rides and entertainment for kids and adults, ranging from roller coasters to aquatic shows. The park was originally built in 1906 as a recreational area for Hershey's workers, but expanded over the years to attract visitors from all over. Hershey Park continues to expand, offering a wide range of things to do for all ages. In addition to kiddie rides, the park has all the family favourites like a carousel, train, bumper cars and Ferris wheel. There are also several water rides perfect for a hot summer's day and more than a dozen roller coasters designed to thrill. Other attractions include Midway-style games and 2 large video arcades. Adjacent to the park and included in admission is Zoo America. Here, visitors can see more than 200 animals from North American habitats, including bald eagles, mountain lions, and even roadrunners. Zoo guests can also sign up for special behind-the-scenes tours to get a closer look and an opportunity to help feed the animals. For those who want to skip the big park and just visit the zoo, admission is available at a lower rate. And finally, at number 1, Independence National Park and the Liberty Bell. One of America's most historic areas and home to the Liberty Bell, Independence National Historic Park in Philadelphia is a national treasure. Independence Hall is the central attraction at the park, famous as the site where the Declaration of Independence was signed and where the Constitution was drafted. The Liberty Bell sits on display across from Independence Hall, surrounded by a series of exhibits describing its history. Independence Mall, laid out in 1948, extends north of here, forming the remainder of the park, which is paved with old cobblestone streets. Here you will find historic buildings like Congress Hall and Old City Hall, and museums including the Ben Franklin Museum and the National Museum of American Jewish History. And there you have the top 10 rated tourist attractions in Pennsylvania. Did you like what you saw? Let us know in the comments down below. Share this video with your friends and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more fantastic travel guides. See you next time.